All right, we are ready over here on the Consumers Energy Field in the final bracket. It's playoff match 10. We've got Alliance 1 on red, Alliance 3 on blue. Let's meet the teams. Starting on the Red Alliance with your Alliance 1 captain, it's Team 8533.
From Brighton, Michigan, they're the CSA MS Miners.
They're joined by their Alliance partner, it's 10016.
From Clarkston, Michigan, they're the Clarkston Robo-Wolves.
Over on the Blue Alliance, it's Alliance 3. Their captain, it's 13684.
From Canton, Michigan, it's Infinity Tech.
And their Alliance partner, it's 23392.
From Rochester Hills, Michigan, they're the Viking Innovators.
All right. As a finals tradition, as part of gracious professionalism here in first, we're going to have both of our alliances do a handshake line. So let me explain real quick how it's going to work. Each alliance is going to go to the front of the field. You'll pass each other, shake hands, fist bump, do whatever you want, and then you'll come all the way around the back of the field back to your driver's stations. So both alliances go ahead and meet in the front of the field. You can handshake, fist bump, do whatever you want to do, and then come on around to the back to your driver stations. All right, so how the finals are going to work. Since Alliance 1 moved all the way through our upper bracket and has not lost a match in our playoffs, if Alliance 1 wins, they will be the winner of your Curie division. However, if Alliance 3 wins, they will force a final tiebreaker match against Alliance 1. This is sure to be a good one. It's playoff match number 10. We are getting ready for Alliance 1 and Alliance 3 on the Consumers Energy Field. And we are ready to go in the Curie division. It's playoff match number 10 in the finals, starting in 3, 2, 1, go!
So right away, we've got all four robots on the field moving and firing off those artifacts. But it's your Red Alliance that is the first one to the jump at removing those artifacts from their red classifier ramp as they're still firing off those artifacts from the back launch zone, courtesy of 8533. But 23392 is also firing off those artifacts from the back, but they're doing it for the Blue Alliance. 13684 doing the same thing from the front as they fire one. They fire two that they had. Both alliances filling up the classifier and getting some in the overflow.
Pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
As going into our driver control period, it is a 3-point game in Alliance 1's favor here in red, but it's close enough that any of these alliances can come back and possibly win this match, as both 10016 and 13684 decide that they want to keep firing off those artifacts from the near launch zone. But the CSA MS Miners are trying to fire off those artifacts from the back, as it looks like the Viking Innovators are trying to play some defense against the CSA MS Miners. But the Clarkston Robo-Wolves here on red are completely undefended as they're firing off those artifacts from the near launch zone. As 8533 still moving around, they decided to move to the front launch zone as both alliances empty out their classifier ramps at the exact same time, opening up more 3-point scoring opportunities for their alliances. As Infinity Tech tries to get in position, they fire off a couple. 10016 does the same. More of the classifier ramp is getting emptied though. 132 to 117 in Alliance 1's favor. It's still within striking distance of Alliance 3 in blue with 54 seconds left in this match. We have the Viking Innovators firing off those artifacts for blue. They have a couple in hand as they fire off a couple. One goes into the classifier, one hits the April tag. Infinity Tech once again tries to empty out the classifier, but only gets two of those artifacts out. But 10016 firing off from the back zone as they're collecting more artifacts from the Blue Alliance secret tunnel as they fire off 1, 2, 3, another perfect salvo, courtesy of 10016. Infinity Tech does the exact same for the other side as the CSA MS Miners, just before our endgame period starts, fire off a salvo of their own as they're trying to collect some more artifacts, but they're trying to fire off the ones that they already have. This game is still very close between our alliances, but Infinity Tech tries to fire off more artifacts, but they don't have enough time to get what they want. But it looks like both of these alliances are attempting a double park before the end of playoff match number 10 here on the Marie Curie division. All right, we have the scores for playoff match number 10 here on the Curie division. It's Alliance 1 in red, Alliance 3 in blue. It's Alliance 1 as your Marie Curie division champions as they take it home with a score of 234 to 215. Alliance 3 is eliminated from your Curie division playoffs. Well, we must give a huge round of applause to all of Alliance 3 for coming out here to Grand Blanc and playing here in the state championship this weekend. As your captains are Team 13684 Infinity Tech and Team 23392 the Viking Innovators. But we must also congratulate your champions on the Marie Curie division here as we have your captains Team 8533 the CSA MS Miners and their partners Team 10016 the Clarkston Robo Wolves.